scores draw. It's the second quarter we're looking at, and the top match. We'll see that second match a little later on.
Welcome onto the Minoru Yoneyama court, Akane Yamaguchi of Japan and Vietnam's Nguyen Thuy Linh.
Yamaguchi starts a big favourite here, not just because she's obviously ranked a lot higher than her opponent. She also has the edge in the head-to-head record. Just a single match actually played between these two. Whereas back in July of 2023 in the Canada Open, Yamaguchi won that quarter-final in straight games in just over half an hour. So let's give you a little bit more information about these two players, starting off with the Japanese, Akane Yamaguchi. She's world ranked 3, seeded 3, actually got to the top spot there in the rankings back in April of 2018, so pretty much 7 years ago. Well over 600 professional matches now. Still very quick around the court. We know how patient she is. And she doesn't make many unforced errors. Tough to beat when she's on song. Obviously, she's had various injury issues over the last couple of years. But 18 World Tour titles, including this event in 2022. And she's also twice been runner-up. And her opponent, world ranked 29. She's been up inside the top 20 briefly. The Vietnamese. 27 years of age now. She was an international player at 18, on her first international title way back in 2016 in Nepal, and that was the victory that got her into the world's top 100. 3 Super 100 events she's won, including the Vietnam Open last September, and she did get to the final of the German Open a couple of weeks ago. Lost out to Yo Jo-in. In fact, we'll see Yo Jo-in later on day one here on #1 court. Form says Yamaguchi should be too strong, but we've had so many turn-ups here down the years, you'd never be completely convinced.
Ready to play.
Nicola Reed is in the umpire's chair from England. And Gavin Smith is the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. On my left, Nguyen Thuy Linh, Vietnam. Nguyen Thuy Linh to serve, love all, play.
So here we go. This women's singles round of 32. Played well in Germany, actually, the Vietnamese. I don't know if you saw any of it, Chris, but found one too good in the final. But up to that point, she looked impressive.
Yeah, an incredible result for her as well. And I think the interesting thing will be Yamaguchi, she hasn't played this year. So what are we actually going to see from her? Because it takes time, you know. We're middle of March, so it's quite a long time to have not played a tournament. And her opponent, experienced player as well. Not as experienced as obviously Yamaguchi, but it's going to be an interesting match.
It almost seems inevitable as you get older, you get more injuries, and also you take longer to recover from them. And Yamaguchi's found herself in that situation a few times of late. But there's no questioning the talent.
And there's a lot of changes that have gone on in Japan, obviously.
3-1.
Losing a lot of their staff and lots of changes. And I just saw behind the court there, they've got Kakiwa, which was the Olympic medalist from, I'm trying to remember which Olympics, I think it was London in the ladies doubles, yeah.
Service over.
She looks younger than I last saw her. I don't know what she's...
That's a good trick.
How she's managed that, yeah. I could do with some of that.
That was absolutely perfect from Yamaguchi.
3-all. Service over. 4-3. Service over. 4-all.
Lovely disguise from the Japanese.
You can see a lot of strapping there on Yamaguchi's right calf.
Challenge here.
I was going to say, that's definitely worth a challenge.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Well, not, yeah, and she was very close to it, so she had a great view. Hit the line.
Correction in.
Good challenge.
Service over. 5-4. Play.
To say, I know we're very, very early on in the match, and we haven't seen a lot of Yamaguchi this year so far, but doesn't quite seem her usual self out there. Not really moving quite in the way we're used to seeing her move.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges.
Yeah, just about to see whether they clipped the line. It was called out, but Yamaguchi wants this checked.
Correction in.
Well, a line judge's lot is never an easy one, is it?
Service over.
No, it's a job that you can't win at, really. You know,
5-6.
I think I've definitely made more wrong calls than right ones. I try not to participate anymore in making a decision.
Well, Yamaguchi had to show all her experience to win that point, because she didn't do much wrong, Nguyen Thuy Linh at the net.
Yeah, incredible retrieval skills. I don't know how she managed to stay in that point, but this is something she is, you know, above world class at. Yamaguchi, her retrieval skills and her quality, as in shot quality when she's in big trouble, is so good. Wow.
Service
You don't see that
over.
often when Yamaguchi can't even get a racket on it.
7-6.
Hardly moved a muscle towards the shuttle, did she? do just have the odd concern for Yamaguchi.
Service
When
over.
part of your
7-all.
strength is your speed around the court, and it's inevitable, injuries are going to slow you down a little bit and will make you less effective. It's obviously not all of her game, but she uses that mobility to a large degree on court.
Yeah, I would agree. I would
Service
say
over.
obviously different players have
8,
different
7.
super strengths, let's call it, and I would definitely say Yamaguchi, not the tallest of players, but the way she gets around the court, it's, you know, it's incredible. And when she doesn't quite manage that, she isn't quite, you know, the same player. Is it that she's just getting herself used to playing a tournament again because it's been so long? Is there that little niggle that we've seen with that calf, with that strapping? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She's got such a nice stop drop because it's so deceptive.
8-all.
There she is, the Olympic silver medalist from the 2012 London Olympics. Great shot.
Service over. 9-8.
Brilliant. But this is the thing, I'm just not sure of the amount of shots that Yamaguchi has struggled to get back.
10-8.
Don't get me wrong, they're very good quality shots from Nguyen, but it's more than I would expect. There's definitely something slightly holding her back. Just keep going. It'd be so interesting to know the training regime of Nguyen, just when you're the best player from your country and there's not a lot of other players that are a similar standard. How do you train to a good level?
So she's hauled herself back
10-all.
onto level terms now, Yamaguchi.
Showing that calf strapping again.
Service over. 11.
So the Vietnamese with the
interval.
narrowest of leads at the mid-game break.
Play.
God, that was a nasty slip there.
Service over. 11-all.
Thankfully, though, no. Nothing serious. Didn't quite serious just before that moment. And the other interesting thing is obviously there's certain players on tour that have coaches, some that don't, and Nguyen, she's one of those players that she's kind of the only one from her country kind of touring at the highest level, and she doesn't have a coach with her. Some of these challenges certain players have.
Service over.
So interesting to hear the stories of certain players in more unique situations. What's her sparring like, training like?
Well, there is going to clearly be a little bit of
13,
ring rust
12.
for Yamaguchi. You would expect that.
Service over. 13 all.
Played a few of those.
Yeah, and this is the thing. I mean,
Service
don't get me
over.
wrong, there's no doubt about it. It's a
14,
phenomenal shot, but
13.
how many times do people see Yamaguchi get totally, you know, wrong-footed or nowhere near the shuttle? Not very often at all. Brilliant.
15, 13.
There's so many changes that I've heard that have gone on in, obviously, Japan. We had the story about Yuta Watanabe, who kind of declined the invitation from the federation to be considered in the national team setup, as it were. It'll be interesting to see how their players are going to perform at the early part of this year, just with all the changes that have gone on.
Yeah.
Service over. 14, 15.
So, heard about a lot of changes in Korea as well, and seems so far it's had quite a positive outcome, just because the performances from their players has been pretty strong at the beginning of this year.
15 all.
Nice, comfortable kill there.
Sixteen, 15.
Only the second time that Yamaguchi has found herself in front this match.
An interesting thing.
There's a late call and a challenge.
Akane Yamaguchi challenges called out.
I think when you hear the line judge kind of deliberate almost and then make a decision, you kind of almost feel duty bound to challenge it. But it's long.
Good call. Yeah, an interesting thing. Both players,
unsuccessful.
you know, same
One
age, but it shows
challenge
just how
remaining.
experienced this lady is. 606
Service
matches
over.
she's played. Now, normally for me, the
16
statistic doesn't
all.
mean anything.
Play.
But her opponents played 291, but it just shows how many more matches, how much more experience Yamaguchi has on the World Tour at the elite level than her opponent today. She excelled at such a young age, Yamaguchi.
That's clearly long.
17, 16.
Great pickup. Just too good in the end from Yamaguchi.
Service
She did so well to
17
stay in the point,
all.
stay in the rally, because she was in big, big trouble almost from the second or third shot of the rally there. I do think one of the big turning points in the lady from Vietnam in her career was winning the Vietnam Open last year. Big tournament on home soil, and since then I think her performances have been slightly higher caliber, and obviously German Open finalist. That was a massive one, and that was only 2 weeks ago.
17 all.
Of course, Yamaguchi, I mentioned she got to the final last year against Carolina Marin. Lost the first game 26-24 and then retired in the second game with an injury. Marin was winning 11-1 at the time, but Yamaguchi was clearly incapacitated. Well, that's one of her favourite shots. She'll be disappointed to have missed it. And it keeps this first game right on the edge here at 18-all.
Yeah, she's got such a good slow stop drop, as in she plays it very, very tight to the net, very soft, makes her opponent move the full distance. She's got such a nice version of that shot. Two misses, but she stayed in. Oh no, she hasn't stayed in the rally.
19-18.
Brilliant shot, brilliant shot. Wow. Lovely shot. She took it so early. She's got all the options, but then skill level.
Well, it hasn't been vintage Yamaguchi so far, and you probably wouldn't expect that, but she's still shown us a couple of absolutely sublime touches like that one.
Made it. I think that was on the line. And you know, this is the most important part of the game. 19-all. The rest of the game doesn't matter as much, but the experience Yamaguchi has.
So she earns herself a game point. She's put a lot into this Nguyen Thuy Linh there in this first game. A little bit hard on her, I think, if she does lose it, but she has done. 21-19. First blood to Yamaguchi.
Akane Yamaguchi, 21-19. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Love all. Play.
And something that was quite interesting
Service
from
over.
the Japanese kind
One,
of
love.
interval talk. Kakiwa, I unfortunately have no idea what she was saying, but whatever she was saying, it brought a smile to Yamaguchi. You know, maybe it's to settle her, to make her feel a bit more relaxed, but it was nice to see kind of a calmer, more relaxed side of Yamaguchi come out. I'd love to know what was said.
So what you're saying is that your Japanese is on a par with your Malaysian?
Unfortunately, also my Mandarin. Pretty much every language except for English, unfortunately.
Service over. 1-all.
You just hope, don't you, that Yamaguchi can stay fit, because she had so much to women's badminton.
Yep.
Involved in so many absolutely phenomenal matches with Chen Yufei and Seyun and others. And you just want her there, really.
Brilliant. Yeah, 100%. And she's, you know, she has been a forefront of ladies singles for so long. And it's crazy to think that she's only, you know, she's 27.
Yeah.
But she feels older than that just because she's been at the highest level for such a long time.
Not sure what the latest with Carolina Marin is. I heard she was still trying to come back after that horrendous injury she had in the Olympics in Paris.
Yeah, I think she is. I saw some footage, and you know, it's incredible. If you think it wasn't really that long ago that she obviously injured herself, and the footage I saw, she looks like she's doing incredible. But she is a very unique. She's a very unique lady. She's a real warrior. To come back again. I'm not sure we're going to get another European player like Carolina Marin in the ladies singles.
Yeah, you wouldn't bet against her being in Los Angeles, would you?
This is the crazy thing, you know. It's to do it once is tough for any player. To do it twice is normally when a player unfortunately has to stop.
Yeah.
To do it 3 times, it's horrible. But if there's one person you believe could come back from it, it's Carolina.
Well, somehow she found a way, Yamaguchi, in that point, because at one stage it looked like Nguyen Thuy Linh was all over her, but not the case.
Yeah, she's caught in 2 minds there, I think. She was going to lift it, and then she wanted to hold the net, and it turned out to be quite a loose net shot. Big thumbs up there. Kakiwa.
Well, that was nicely played.
Service over. 3-5.
And we've seen some moments where she's played to such a good level, and she could have snatched that first. I think the thing for me was 2019 down, and obviously it's not intentional, but the way she lost that game was just so comfortable. That's brilliant. But it's the thing, we've seen moments of this absolute brilliance.
4-5.
Yeah, that's how she was playing in Germany for the most part a couple of weeks ago in Mulheim.
Thoughts?
Still hasn't actually won a Super 300 event
5-all.
with Vietnamese, and when you see her play well, I don't think she would be. Well, I don't think it would be a big surprise if she did make a breakthrough at that level of tournament.
Yeah, I would agree, and I would say, I think only in the last 12 months, really, she's kind of shone, as in her level has improved, and some people might say at sort of 26 years old, it's a bit later than other players, but, you know, everyone develops at a different age. Yamaguchi was obviously incredibly young. That's brilliant. But I think this lady here, I think she's still improving.
Service over. 6-5. Service over. 6-all. Service over. 7-6.
Just the odd error that's proving pretty costly, or was certainly proved costly in the first game for Nguyen Thuy Linh.
Service over. 7-8. At the court, please. Thank you. Service over. 9-7.
Just get the feeling watching this match so far, we've been going, what, 26 minutes, is that every time Yamaguchi's been kind of vaguely threatened, she's just found another gear, just slipped up a level.
Yeah, I would agree, and I would say second game she's definitely played, as I say that, she makes a comfortable mistake, but she has played to a slightly higher level, and I think it's a case of maybe just, you know, it's a long time to have not played a tournament.
Yeah.
And she's just going to find her feet as the tournament goes on.
He's going to challenge that, was called in. But immediately the hand was raised. Yeah, we've seen it with Chen Yifei as well, haven't we? Long time out and trying to come back again.
Yeah, I think Chen Yifei did incredible to make the final. So I heard she's only been in training for such a short duration, quite a long time out. But these are, you know, these are special players we're talking about. 99% of people couldn't do what they could do. You can't have that long out, short time training back and come back to such a high level.
11-8. Interval.
So good challenge from Yamaguchi and a 3-point cushion into the mid-game break.
Play. Service over. 9-12.
Well, it was a decent shot from the Vietnamese, but again, it's just unusual to see Yamaguchi not really make any effort to get there.
Yeah, getting totally wrong-footed is, you're right, something you don't see Yamaguchi encounter a lot. But it could just be the shot's a lot more deceptive than it looks.
Yeah.
13-9.
That was certainly deceptive enough.
this is it. There's just been a few of these.
14, 9.
Yamaguchi, to be honest, the serve wasn't so good. But gifts that she's been given.
Service over. 10-14.
Oh, that's much better from Thuy. Very good.
14.
Yeah, I think Yamaguchi after that was just almost rehearsing the shot. She knows it's just too flat. There, she knows she's just signaling it's got to go higher.
$12-14.
Perfect.
Service over. 15-12.
Well, a hand of apology from the Japanese, but he suddenly got that little cushion back on the scoreboard.
And at the moment, it just looks a little too comfortable, everything for Yamaguchi. I mean, it's just brilliant. There's nothing anyone could do really to get that back. But again, another quick point. It's been a pretty quick match overall. Since snatching that first game from Yamaguchi, the second one has been a lot more comfortable. Every aspect.
Yeah, just 33 minutes to here.
18-12.
In the end, looks like it's 9 as far as Nguyen Thuy Linh's concerned.
Brilliant from Yamaguchi. And to be fair, Yamaguchi has definitely got better as the match has gone on.
Which you would expect.
19-12.
Yeah, I do think slightly she's been allowed to. She's been given that buffer, increases her confidence, makes her feel a bit more comfortable. Yeah, she plays a good rally. Opens the court up, works the opening, and then there, big gap.
Well, she's just toying with her now. 8 match points for
20.
the former world
Match
number
point,
1.
12. Game.
34 minutes was all it took. And that's a really encouraging comeback win for Akane Yamaguchi without breaking sweat, really. And the other big bonus, of course, is that she's come through without any injury alarms or issues.
Match won by Akane
Yes, of course, there'll be
21-19,
tougher opponents
21-12.
ahead, but all you can do is beat the woman on the other side of the court, and she's safely through to the round of 16 in pretty emphatic fashion, you'd have to say. Just never got going in the second game, Nguyen Thuy Linh. 19 all in the first game. She had half a chance, but second game was all Yamaguchi. Who wins? 21-19, 21-12, and there's the confirmation. Just 34 minutes on court. Always a queue of autograph hunters when Yamaguchi's in town. actually got more Japanese interest coming up in a women's doubles in a couple of minutes. Warm welcome back to Birmingham and our continuing coverage of the 2025 All England Open. It is day one. We're already 3 matches in and we are set for our first women's doubles of the day. And as I mentioned before the break, more Japanese interest here. Rina Minaga and Kai Nakanishi up against Nguyen